The only thing that you need is a landing page. If you have a really, really good logo, that's not gonna flood your business with clients, okay? It just needs to be clear, it needs to be clean. You need to have the landing page purely so you can show people that you exist. So whether you're using like an Unbounce or a ClickFunnels, or there's hundreds of different resources that you can use to build a landing page.
This is exactly the problem, Mr. Subi. There are too many programs out there, and they're all designed to benefit from your lack of technical skills. You need to know what to say, how to say it, and where to say it. And I show all of that. Let's be honest, you lack skills, jabronis. You consume way too much content. You've got ideas. You maybe hate your job, and you just want to take your idea and turn it into a business or a passion that actually pays you. Let me teach you how to market and manage yourself better. The ABG portal, baby. Marketing yourself is easy. Some basic technical skills, make a couple of proper decisions, and you benefit. Most people have absolutely zero technical skills. Think about it this way. When AI takes over, it's already begun. Who do you think it's coming for? The people with zero technical skills. Let me teach you, sunshines. Let me teach you.
And I suggest that you follow this because it's proven and I know it works.
It's not hard, you jabronis. Hook, story, offer. You see it everywhere. Get in on this nicotine train. The gift that keeps giving. Oh, I want to list all my services. Boring. It's the base of your funnel. And if you just want to see one done, well, here's my example. Build something. The hero section is by far the most important one. You have like 5 seconds or something like that to get people to scroll further. It's a numbers game early. This is where people go wrong. It's the same actual template. I just modified them, and this stacks beautifully on mobile. So it looks great on mobile. It looks great on computer. It's easy, jabronis. Tons of people hate block themes. You're stupid. Go and look at a bunch of landing pages. You will see all of this on all of them. If you're not using this plugin, something is wrong with you. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make the perfect landing page. I'm not going to focus on the information. Mr. Sabri Subi, huge fan of yours. Go watch his video. Link will be in the description. And tons of people have made great copywriting videos on what to say on a landing page. The disconnect comes from actually doing it, actually choosing one of these hundreds of services and actually putting it out there. Tons of subscriptions are available. ClickFunnels, $2,000 a year later, and you're still the one doing the work. Shopify the same way, Wix. All of these builders are designed to benefit from your lack of technical skills. I've done all the work. I own a one-person digital marketing agency. I've done all this research, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make this landing page. I'm going to break it down into the sections you need to have on your website, and it's all cross-referenced from Mr. Sabri Subi's video himself. He's the expert, okay? I'm just trying to learn from guys like him. But when it comes down to the technical skills, that's what I'm going to focus on this video. I'm going to show you how to actually put it into play, how to build your landing page, and save a lot of money along the way. I've put together a phenomenal resource for you to come visit. It's free. It breaks down a layout, and I even show you a sample landing page that I made for a client of mine. In addition, hang around till the end because I'm going to show you the actual technical skills for WordPress that will get you there. WordPress is the answer for a lot of reasons. You can always do more for less with WordPress. I guarantee it. You can build a Shopify type-like store, you can build a landing page, and you can connect all of the marketing gimmicks subscriptions will lock you into. Let's talk about this resource I put together for you. The resource can be found at chloris.abgportal.net. Link will be in the description. This is the only thing you need. You need to know what to say, how to say it, and where to say it. And I show all of that on the website. Super easy, super straightforward. That subdomain was originally used to show a client of mine a sample landing page for his new startup. And so I put everything together on that website. But don't leave the video yet, because at the end of the video, I do show you, kind of a roadmap you can follow if you've been thinking about launching a business or a personal brand. I give you a tutorial or a roadmap to follow. But I also show just how easy it is to use WordPress. A lot of people overpay for a website builder because of the lack of technical skills. Well, I'm about to show you this technical skills that you need. They're not that hard. There are two types of templates, a green shift built in and a WordPress theme-based built in. Both of them have tons of pre-built templates that you can swap in and out. It's really easy to add animated images, animated content, and I show you all of that near the end of the video. On this resource, I have Sabri Subi's video. He goes through 17 steps for how to make a landing page. He's a marketing expert. It's so valuable. But what I've done is I've mapped his 17 steps into 6 key layouts that your website needs to have. So it's so much easier to think about what you need to say, how you want to say it, and then you've got these 6 layout sections where you can pop them in with some pre-built templates. It's great value. Stick around, watch the whole video, check out that resource. You'll learn so much, and reach out to me, you guys. I've spent the last 3 years just learning digital marketing, learning all of the skills. I own a one-person marketing agency, and you're going to overpay. You're going to overspend. You're going to get pulled in a lot of different directions. You can market yourself. You can learn how to market yourself. You just need to check a few boxes, and don't get baited on one of these subscription services. Always be grinding. Enjoy. And start this baby off with a nicotine pouch. First, this is the resource that I built you. I'm going to show you the front end of this resource, what it looks like, how to use it. And then I'm just going to switch over to the back end, show you WordPress, show you just how easy it is to modify something like this, and how you can use it to start whatever it is you've been procrastinating and just get going, brothers. Here we go. So this is the resource. I'm not going to read it for you. You can come here on your own and check it out. But you want to do 4 things kind of all together, and it should start with you. Look, if you want to start making money, you can't think like you're an influencer. You need to think about a product, a scalable asset that you want to make money on, and then your content and your landing page and all of that should reflect that. You can still become popular and gain a following online. You need to really think about what you have to offer, what kind of business idea, what kind of product you're trying to sell, and just list all of these things. It's called a value ladder. Build one. I can help you. It doesn't have to happen in this order. If you want to just see the ideal landing page, figure out what to say, how to say it, and where to say it, and then come back and think about your offer, all good. Figure it out. Do this on your own. Revisit each step and apply what you've learned to your exact situation. I show you an example page at the end, and I'm going to show you when I switch to the back end how easy it is to use the built-in templates and how easy it is to modify content or make stuff like this. Let's get after it. At the bottom, look at that handsome fellow. Please reach out if you guys want. I'm going to have this contact form added. It hasn't been added yet. And I'm going to actually push this video I'm making in here as well. So it really is a complete resource for you. Look how sexy this looks. Nice, simple contrast. When you watch Sabri Subi's video, like I agree with everything that he says. It's just, you don't need the fanciest layout. You don't need the fanciest design, but look at how nice this looks with just simple contrast. A nice little blue, black, and white. It's just, you can design this really easily and then come in and modify the content as your offer changes, as your business changes, as whatever it is you're trying to build changes. It's not hard, you jabronis. So this is the main landing page that you land on. And then I'm going to show you the ideal layout. This is where you're going to spend the majority of your time. There's Mr. Sabri Subi's video. Look at his marketing, the ultimate step-by-step landing page guide, his 1.33 billion secret selling system revealed. This is copywriting. And Sabri talks a lot about copywriting, and he likes to use these super specific hooks. This is kind of a hook. You all want to have a hook slash headline to your landing page. You want to have a hook or headline to your social media video. You want to have a hook or headline to a YouTube video. When you learn basic marketing, hook, story, offer, you see it everywhere. Watch his video. It's there for you. You can pause, you can jot note down your ideas, start the brainstorm of how you're going to break free from working in a bureaucracy or with a bunch of NPCs. Build something. Let's bring it back to the community. Now, what I've done is I've mapped his 17 steps into 6 key layout sections. You can just start with one landing page. It's early. You just need to generate traffic to you. You need to slowly get a couple clients, sell some products. So you need just one landing page to start. You can scale it later. Each of these 6 sections will be on every quality landing page. The example I made is a product landing page. And so the value stack and irresistible offer and the final conversion block, I just put together. So you can modify this, but you should use it as a checklist. If you're going in dark, this is where you should start. Now, I've expanded on each of these 6 sections as well with timestamps, friends. Timestamps. The gift that keeps giving. So I timestamped in Sabri's video what should go in each section. The hero section is by far the most important one. You have like 5 seconds or something like that to get people to scroll further. It's a numbers game early. This is where people go wrong. Oh, I want to list all my services. Boring. You need to show how you're going to help someone. You need to hook them in so that they book with you. Yes, your regular clients, people who want to do business with you, will know how to do that, but you need to have an important hero section. Simple branding, simple logo. It can change over time. I'll show you how to use this system and how you can just swap out a logo once you update it. You just got to start, brothers and sisters, I guess. You want to have an audience call out, not always needed if you're selling a product or something like that, but you want to think about it. Who are you trying to draw towards you? You have a target audience. The value ladder you build, you're going to try and sell, and you're going to upsell by climbing the ladder, or you're going to just show people all of the value you can give them and why they should do business with you. At the very least, it's building an organic personal brand online so that you can just exist and start to scale on the digital world, because that's where we're all headed, sadly. I'm trying to keep things as a community. You need to have your hook in your headline, a sub headline, and a primary call to action. You have to have a CTA. Clicking to contact you would probably be early, but if you're selling a product, you click to your shop or something like that immediately. Go and look at a bunch of landing pages. You will see all of this on all of them. Simple contrast is all you need early, but you can have fun with designs. It's something that the longer I've spent on WordPress, my designs get better. I learn new tricks, and it's kind of fun along the way. And from a perspective of you just trying to start something, just trying to get a personal brand going, you get this landing page set up and you build everything off of it. It's the base of your funnel. So you can use all your other social medias. You don't need to do paid ads. You could do cold calling, go door to door, phone people, just send them here. And that's how you can generate your leads into contacts. Okay. So make it about how you can help people, make it about how you can solve someone's problem, make their life easier, or all of the value you can give them for a great price. So that's where in my tutorial, I'm just going to show you the hero section idea, how you could use it, how you could set it up. And then you map this exact idea. This is a block. This is called a block. This is why I like block themes. Tons of people hate block themes. You're stupid. Block themes are great because each section for your landing page is just a block, and you can figure out how to build it and rearrange things. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be there. Simple stuff. Okay? And then again, you can come in and read through all of this. All of these are kind of there. It's copywriting. You need to be able to sometimes warm a person up to your idea or you or your product first. This is just the front end again, guys. I'm already this nicotine pouch. I'm rambling. This is going to be a longer video, and I'm okay with it because if you stick around, you're going to continue to learn how to like piece these things together and build something like this for yourself. There's the technical skills because you just need to learn how to build this and modify it as you go. That's a separate skill, and it doesn't matter what you guys use. Like even if you sign up for ClickFunnels or Kajabi is one where they sell you on it's all one system. Yeah, so is WordPress for like literally 10% of the price or even less, and you're still doing the technical skills. You're still doing the technical skills. So every website builder has these technical skills. WordPress is not challenging, but you can do more for less. So I'm going to show you in a little bit each of these. Every single WordPress theme has different templates, and some of them are great, some of them are so-so, but they're just really easy to modify. Green Shift is a free plugin that helps you animate anything and everything, and it also has built-in themes. If you're not using this plugin, something is wrong with you. If you're a WordPress user, okay, a block theme, it's so slick. It's so slick. Or I'll just show you how to build general blocks like this. This is just a simple stack build, and you can set up columns. You can do whatever you want. Early, again, get something up and go back in passes and make it better. So I'm going to show you right away when I switch over just how to how you could find a built-in template to build and modify a hero section. And if you just want to see one done, well, here's my example. Chloris is going to be a hypochlorous acid skin spray. And so we're going to set up a landing page to ultimately sell his product. This is a hero section. Here's the hook / headline. There's a sub headline, simple branding. There's a little logo. I added a background blended image, easy to do. I'll show you how to do that. And then there's your main CTA. Each of the other sections are there that you're going to learn about. It's the same actual template. I just modified them, and this stacks beautifully on mobile. So it looks great on mobile. It looks great on computer. It's easy, jabronis. This is where you'll have strong testimonials about people talking about your product or giving you reviews, that people should trust you is essentially what this block is. So you can set this block up and change it over time. This is a real ramble video, but man, you guys are getting value. I hope you're jot noting some of this quality. You can stack your value, just show all of the things you're about to give them, and then a final CTA. The layout is here for a real example, a product, a skincare product. I'm going to switch over to the back end, and I'm going to start on the technical skills page. By the way, this is why you should join my channel. Learning how to do something the first time is always the most challenging. So setting up a website can be irritating, especially if you lack the skills. Getting your colors set, getting your images loaded up, setting up your pages. I already built a tutorial for that setup of how I set up every single WordPress build. Go check that out. Give me a like. Get in on this nicotine train. Early, I would just say homepage and a contact page. I have more pages, super easy to set up. Once you learn how to do it once, then you come in and you're just using your system and modifying it. So let's go into my technical skills. We're going to edit the page. This is what you need to understand on WordPress. This is what it looks like to use. On the left here, this is your layout. These are the blocks that you're using. You can close it and open it. So if you ever want to find and edit and modify something, you just have to find which block and which content. You could also click on here. So this is the preview, and see how it already opens it. This is not hard, you guys. Once you get it set up, it's so easy to use. You go into your stack, go in and modify this. Okay, look, there it is. Just a headline. H2, I centered it. So off to the left is your navigation. Preview is in the middle. This is what it's going to basically look like when you live preview it. And then off to the right is your properties. So right in this little window, properties, because you can scroll these too, you can get SEO plugins, and SEO comes up here. Here's the green shift themes. I'll show you that in a bit. But each of these blocks off to the right also now have properties. You can change main settings and you can change the styles of them all. So look how easy this would be to just change the background to a different green. Oh, that, once you decide your colors and you load them in, you can build simple contrast, slick layouts super easily. E5, F5. Boom. That's the blue. You can always just save at the top. Right when you save, look on the bottom, it says view page, so you can always preview. So just build and save. But it's this layout to the left, preview to the middle, properties on the right. Okay, each block, oh, you want to change the border. Again, you go to the styles. It's super intuitive. Find it. Oh, you can change your padding. You can change your margin. You can add a border and a radius at the bottom there. Okay, again, simple contrast is all you need. A simple layout block, modify what goes in it, change a border, change a background, get some contrast, add in your logo, boom, boom, we're talking. Built-in templates right here, the plus sign. So let's go down to the bottom. Here's a sample, again, of what should go inside of a hero section. Simple branding, your audience call out, your hook or headline. You'll notice and you'll find, try different themes. Each theme has different templates. You push the plus and you go to patterns right here. Notice how they're categorized already. So you can look at all of your basic call to action templates here. And these are ones that if I just click this, it automatically loads into my website. So if you have a nice image, oh, there's a nice little layout you want to use. It's so easy, you guys. Look how many, this is the Ollie theme. Look how many templates they already have for just the call to action. And then there's cards ones. You could just add in a card and modify them. Features, nice layouts. And then you can go in and delete blocks, delete rows, and modify things. So, these are just start points. Look how slick this card layout would be. Nice contrast. And then, you delete out some tiles and you modify and you add some stuff and you've got nice things. But look at, they even have a focused hero section. So what I used to build this one was just this very first simple one. I preloaded this, and you notice when I click that, so you could look at all of these built-in templates. Each theme's different. And again, it's just a place to get you started. And look what's supposed to be in your hero section. Simple branding, audience call out, hook headline, sub headline, and a primary CTA. The layout of this is already set up. So this could be your audience call out. It's super easy to modify the content. Oh, I want to change the size or the color of that. Again, properties off to the right. You come in here, change your font size, change your text color. It's easy jabronious. In here, this big one, always an H1, you'll notice this should be an H1 for your SEO purposes. Hook slash headline. And I know the shortcuts like slash image, but you could find them with this plus as well. Image or image advanced. Image is the built-in theme. Image advanced is the green shift plugin. I'll show you why you want to use it. So we can go to my media library. Let's grab my logo. It's way too big. So again, properties on the right. These are the green shift blocks, so they have different properties. Now let's do a thumbnail. Now, because of the green shift plugin, you go to the advanced. Again, I'm just in the properties window, and you can quickly add an animation. So if I want to do something like fade up, and it's just like that. You can play around with all the types of animations. So you want to maybe fade, you can add in a delay and then fade in. You can just it's really easy to have fun with how things will kind of animate on the screen, all from the Green Shift plugin, absolutely free. And I haven't even used their paid version yet, but it's on the list for me to buy and check out. So again, that's just an example of if you use the green shift blocks. So again, I could add after that current block, and I could go slash, and if I want to add a heading, again, there's a heading advanced option if you want to animate it. So if you just use a normal heading, it's not going to be animated, but you can still just go in there. This would be a heading example, and you can just go in and change the color and play around with the contrast really easily. And you would use the green shift one if you want to animate it as well. This next section was perfect for the subheading. Look, there's two buttons. So again, I go off to the left. I want to find things get nested. So I want to find where the buttons are, and I want to go to this second button, and I want to go here and delete that. So now here's my one button, and this is your primary CTA. Look how easy that was. You guys. I went plus, I loaded in a hero block. I changed some of the writing so that it suits what you're trying to do, whether it's a personal brand to start, whether you're selling insurance, you're a general contractor, like a service-based business, you're trying to sell a product. This is how it starts. Hero section, add in some basic copywriting, change it over time, and have fun trying to scale organically. Now I could go back to this hero section, and you'll notice that it has a different background preloaded in. You got to play around sometimes. So we'll open the media library. Let's maybe put this behind my frickin' ABG portal. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, and you can kind of start to see in the background. And then, oh, you don't want it as blurred. There's probably a property for something like that. Maybe you don't want an overlay. Maybe you want it to be white. Maybe you want it to be green. Here, look, blurred. So if I want it default, there you go. So see how you can just play around with like different styles. So maybe I didn't want it blurred. I want it like that, but now I want to really play with my overlay. And for the most part, so now I'm just going to press Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. It'll store a certain amount of these, kind of what it was to start. So simple example of how you can use the first option up here, WordPress built-in templates. Reminder, they go into patterns. They're all here and categorized. I've been already showing you all of number 3 intermingled. Here's the green shift plugins. So let's just go to the end, go to my last block. Notice how again they're nested. So I click here and I just go add after. That gives me to a paragraph. Now I could add a template here, or here's the green shift. Push that button, go to templates, click just the free ones, but look at how many free ones there are. So these are just the wireframe section. All you have to do is import this, and this pops right into your website, and then you can again modify things. And a lot of these are pre-animated as well. So here's a nice hero section if you wanted to use this hero section, and then just go in and delete some of this unnecessary stuff. Add your logo yourself, super easy to do. Nice cards. All of these are the green shift. Absolutely beautiful. Look at this is just the free ones. It's out of control. So, you could also just focus on the sections, the free sections, and again, they're different. You can preload these in, and a lot of them are just animated and they look great. And this is a cool thing that actually flips. If you hover over it, it flips over. Nice little animation card. Change the background, load in something, and have some fun building. So these act very similar to the other ones. There's a bit more of a learning curve if you go to modify one of those. I guess I should actually, let's make it official and import one. Yeah, let's do this yoga one. and then this is actually animated with like floating things that come around. And then you could come in here and modify this. Again, you go up here for your properties. You can play around with all of this. The icons, again, you just click on the icon. Look, it's intuitive. It pops up in the property window. Oh, you want to change what that icon looks like? Pretty easy. Okay. Oh, you don't want three of these. Look off to the left how they're nested. See how when I click them, so this box container holds all three. This box container just holds one of them. So I could go down to the uh, box container that you want to get rid of. You can see it selected. You come in here, click, delete. Now that one's gone too. You want to get rid of this image. You can change that image. You can change this background to just a sample background. So you could go to the section, again over to the side. You could animate these. This is why the Green Shift plugin is great. Change the background color. Oh, here's where you could put, your color more so of what you want. There's clearly a gradient on that, so you could play around with the gradient. All from built in, a couple of clicks, and then deleting and modifying and adding things. Okay. Main hub right here, left. You can nest things, preview in the middle. And then when you preview it, you see what it looks like. They're always already built to look good on mobile device as well. And now I'm just going to quickly show you this third one, just how to build your own. And the key here is to build simple contrast. Use a layout block first, and then worry about putting what you want to put inside of it. And then you can always use those green shift animated ones as you go. Let me show you an example of this. So again, I'm off to the left. I'm going to say add after. I can just go slash, and I know a simple one is a stack. Why a stack is nice is because it's grouped. So now you could go in here and add a headline. So I should just go /H, heading. So this would be a heading. And then notice how I'm in the stack. So I click into the stack and I want to add one below this. So then I would add after. And now I could go /image. Once you do it a couple times, you learn real quick. We're going to use another image of mine. Looks good. Too big. Let's change this one to just medium. Okay. And so a stack is always just going to be vertical like this. So if you're thinking mobile first, just add a stack. But sometimes if you have too much content, it's just not going to look ideal if it's stacked. So you want to add columns, and columns will stack on mobile. Super easy. I'll show you that right away. But if you have everything in a stack, this is where you add the simple contrast. The properties of the stack, you can come in and change the background color. And this really is where your brand colors come in, whatever you want to do. You could really easily change those colors. I found these quickly with a color generator, stuck with the green theme because it's kind of a natural product. We're again changing his colors. But you can really easily add that. And then notice how, the heading is too close to the top. That's called padding. So scroll a bit further and you could add some padding and you see how it pushes your content. This gives it a little space. And I like to play around with borders. Borders to just visually add so much to your page. And then you could round the corners, something like that. Obviously, this looks hideous. So I'm just a believer in simple contrast. The white or a lighter color with the darker, that looks much better. Okay, so that's a simple example of how to add a block, a stack, and everything will just stack. And you can play around with the spacing. One more that's useful if you want it really spaced together, put the block spacing to the lowest and they'll be as close as possible together. The only reason why there's a gap here is because this image has its own, and if I cropped this image, then they would stick really close together. Because that's what I had to do in my navigation bars. And again, I made a video on how to make all of that. It's much slower. But if this is what you want to do, learn the WordPress side, get in on this channel. So again, I could go, instead of stack, I could go columns. And I can really quickly decide simple layout. Do I want it to be spaced evenly, or do I want a little bit skewed, or do I want three? So easy. And these stack on mobile. So you could do 3 columns, and then you could just add content in here just as filler. So let's go paragraph. Okay, and then what we're going to do is add after. We could add an image again. Oops, open media library. Let's go with the white because I'm going to add some contrast later. And then add after. You could do something like a button. So slash buttons CTA1. Okay, now you'll notice that the columns aren't always going to be centered. So you might have to click in each column and play around. Sometimes you have to look, how do I center it? Sometimes you have to set it up here. This would be for the vertical align. So see, that would be centered that way. So playing around with the properties to get it to look the way you want. But if you did go in here and centered all of these, then it will make my life look better. Not my life, but maybe my life. Here we go. Center that bad boy. Now I want to change the color of just one column, just because I want to show you how cool it is to get some contrast going. Let's see, pick a darker color. So darker, let's go like that. Let's pick this text white. Okay, nice contrast. Oh, I don't like the spacing. So we go again, we're going to add some padding. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I could add rounded corners on this bad boy as well. So let's do something like 10 rounded corner. Let's add a sexy little border. I want to be able to see it, idiot. Be boring. Pick a gray just to show you. And now you design one. This is like a card. A column is like a card. And now you could go to your column here and duplicate that column. Duplicate. And then I'm going to duplicate, and then I'm going to go down because again it's nested, and I'm going to get rid of these 2 columns that I don't want anymore. So you can style up one block and duplicate the block and then remodify. Block themes are just so good, you guys. So now you've got this little layout that could be a block layout, again, just done on columns. And usually it has an option to stack on, yes. So if you don't want it to stack on mobile and you just want it to squeeze in tight, you would just select this off. But the beauty of columns is it's going to look good on a computer. It's going to be widescreen, but it's going to stack up nicely vertically on a phone. So this is, if you're trying to create lead magnets, this is what you'd want to do. Each block is a new lead magnet, has its own copywriting. What value are you trying to show? How are you trying to hook them in? So it should have its own hook, its own little copywriting where it's telling a story, it's trying to draw you in, and then a CTA, click to. So that's kind of how you can use lead magnets if you're trying to do like a sales funnel. That's essentially it, my friends. I've shown you all 3, the built-in templates, plus sign, this blue, or build your own with just simple layout blocks, the stack, columns, and then you can put columns inside of a stack. So let me show you that. Sexy little layout. Let's go like this. Let's duplicate this. So the cards below are duplicated. Let's select, yeah, this is the one I want. And now I can drag this into the stack. Boom. And now you've got simple contrast, you've got borders, you've got rounded things. Again, you could swap this into something animated. On mobile, this stacks up beautifully, and you can just do it yourself. Okay? If you've made it this far, I didn't intend for this video to be this long of me rambling and ranting and showing you how it all works. But again, this is the base of your funnel. Once you have this set up, you're now set to scale. Grab one social media, find a way to start putting out content, drawing people into this landing page where they will eventually get into contacting you. And that's how you slowly scale. You can worry about expanding this system later. And I'm about to give you a massive rant about the blueprint that I would follow if you actually want to put this into action. Another reminder, give me a like, give me a subscribe, reach out. I will help you. I'll teach you. I will give you free marketing advice. I'm really trying to grow the channel right now. Hope you enjoyed that little technical skill. The Zin dialed me in. Enjoy this last little video. And I'm going to be working on a WooCommerce complete tutorial. Launch that when the time comes. Let me teach you how to market and manage yourself better. The ABG portal, baby. I've been building websites like apps that don't actually need an app for 3 years. If you build the website like an app as your main management and marketing hub from the get-go, you can handle so much business automation. You can just simplify your business as you scale, and you're the one in charge building everything. I call it the ABG portal. It can market any business. It can manage any business. It can host any tournament. It can host an event like a wedding. It can automate your business. It can sell products like an e-commerce store. One system, essentially no money. Wordpress, a couple of plugins I pay for, a simple hosting plan, and I teach you all the technical skills for how to market and manage yourself. So if you do have a business idea, you want to take it to the next level, you just want to kind of get a side project going where you can get your website going, get a personal brand going on the side without investing a lot of money, then this channel is for you. Okay, here comes your rough blueprint for how to get started. Stay with me and it will make sense. And trust me, you'll save a lot of time. You have to start with your offer or a value ladder. Your end result here is to scale. So you have to have a scalable asset, something that will actually save you time and make you more money. You have to think about this. You don't just want to trade your time for something that isn't going to scale. So you have to start there. Now, I can't answer that question for you, but you've got skills. You've got things you're good at. You want to list all of these things, this value, and this is going to create a value ladder. And that could, be a scenario where you can upsell a client up a value ladder. It could be just a way that you show your offer, all of the value that you're going to give them before you hit them with your offer. Without it, you're just swimming in the dark. And the offer can change. The value ladder can change, but you have to think about it. Build it up first and then put it into play. Create a brand and a logo or a business that can fit within that value ladder. Start doing some marketing. Start putting things out there. Start building these things. Start trying to land your first client or sell your product. But you have to start there with that value ladder. Decide what your scalable asset will be that you want to work towards, and then start checking things off. Secure a website. Secure a domain for yourself. Secure a social media of choice. And just start to produce content that works towards that scalable asset that you eventually want to have freedom off of. Don't play a game. Don't say, well, I want to be like that guy, or I want to do what that person does, because that's still going to then feel like work. You're going to have to find that thing. We all have skills. Find what it is that you're passionate about. Decide how to stack up that value ladder. Sell something, okay? Could be a course, could be a product, could be, services. And then you could scale by hiring employees. That's fine too. But you have to think about all of those things. You have to exist online. You have to have a brand. As AI takes over, the last thing that's going to go is brand. And actually AI will search brands and use brands. So, if you want to do some AI related stuff, it's really related to a strong brand, an online presence, everything connected, everything united, all working towards that scalable asset, that value ladder, changing, adjusting, driving everything, all of your marketing. Now, as for how it all works, the website is the base of your funnel. That's where you want to send everyone to a website. The website's built like a landing page, which just takes someone who's a little unsure, warms them up into contacting you or buying your product. Have fun with it. Early, you're not going to have a big following. It doesn't have to be perfect. Try and get it in place so that, think of different perspectives, who's going to be visiting that place, and try and write it in a way that's going to persuade someone to come to you. You need to market yourself. You need to market your services, your value that you can give them. So your website, it needs to be just a landing page early, something very quick. Nice headline, nice little hook, a little story, show a bunch of value, and get them to just contact you. That's a perfect start. Get them just contacting you. You can do fancier stuff later, okay? You can build a more complex landing page later. But you do need to exist somewhere, because then all of your social media stuff, or however you want to market yourself, drives them right back to that landing page. Then they can contact you, and now you can go ahead and nurture that client or that lead, okay? So you need to have that web page, and that's where I can help many of you, okay? I can teach you how to do it all. I can teach you how to market, manage, brand, do all of that. Or to be honest, for probably less than it would cost you, I'll do it for you. I'll engage with you. We'll build out a brand. We'll find a logo for you. We'll get a nice little landing page set up that you can change on your own. I'll teach you how to change it on your own if you want. But I can kind of really bridge that gap between knowledge and actual technical skill and get you guys going. Or I'll do it for you, and I can help you along the way, and you'll save a lot of money. Because the reality is, it's death by subscription. Everybody preys on the fact that you don't have technical skills. So if you don't want to learn them, then you're going to have to just trust someone like me to help you so that you're not getting screwed over. But that landing page is just crucial, because then you can go to social media, you can go to shorts. You don't have to do paid ads or anything like that. But they'll all go back to that landing page so that you can start to funnel people into your product, your service, your coaching, whatever it is that you're selling or trying to offer. That scalable asset needs to be the base of your funnel. That's what your landing page is. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. ClickFunnels, Kajabi, oh man, they hose you with what they're going to give you, and then you don't actually need it, or it's too overwhelming and you never actually use all those services. We can get you there in time. Start with the basic landing page. You can add marketing sales funnels. You can add little newsletters. You can add an online store in time, but start with that landing page. And then pick at least one social media and start putting out content. What you do is you pay attention to which content gets good results, which got more views, and then that could be repurposed and boosted so that it gets pushed in front of a lot more people. But again, if it's just content, okay, you're just going for views, but are you actually trying to sell a product? Then you need to be pushing specific value, drawing people into actually doing business with you instead of just going for views, likes, and clout. Okay, you don't need that. You need to sell what you're trying to sell for financial freedom and just the passion of doing what you enjoy versus whatever it is that you hate doing right now. Whether it's working in a bureaucracy, what a joke that is, painful. Or working with NPCs who don't even think about the world deeply, and you just want to kind of break free of it. Reach out, I got you, and I hope you have a great next year. Always be grinding.